the time waster that's similar to a funnel, it is easier to make than a funnel. You take a whole sheet of cardstock paper, you cut from a corner in towards the center, and you can play around with this to figure out what works best. Again, you make a hole that's a little bit larger than the size of the marble. Sort of like that. And then what you do is you overlap these two edges. So it would be something like this. And you tape that into place. I like to put a piece of tape on the front and on the back. And just like the funnel has to be very secure, so does this. I would say you'd want to support here, you'd want to support here, you'd want to support here, and you'd want to support over on this opposite corner from the hole. And this one is probably the most important because this one, this piece of tape that you'd have attached to your support, is what you can move up and down. And really, if you have a very stable time waster, and you can move this opposite corner from the hole up and down, you want it to be almost flat. So if I were to drop the marble here, I'd want it to roll very slowly to the hole, even that was a little fast. Now, where you want the marble to enter this time waster is from either this side over here or this side over here. Because when it does, what it'll do is it'll just roll back and forth until it finally finds its way to the hole. So instead of spinning around in a circle, it just goes back and forth. And you can test different places to drop it, to figure out what works the best, and then just slide the tape up and down or move the tape up and down on different corners until you get the longest amount of time possible.